necessarily. CQB is still part of urban combat, and using doorways is one of the biggest parts of it. Okay, so anytime we're entering or leaving one room and entering another is some of the most dangerous things we can do in CQB, right? Stairways, hallways, entering a new room. Very, very dangerous situation. So here again, the way we're going to do this door work is designed to try to keep us alive. Okay, so this is why we've been doing everything up and erect, keeping our wings in, right? Not leaning out, not leaning with our head out. It's all designed to prevent us from being shot in the threshold of the doorway. Obviously, the threshold of the doorway, once we enter it, is a very dangerous situation. Once we're in it, right? But we also need to be cognizant of how we approach this is, what are we doing, right? Are we Delta Force doing hostage rescue?
Probably not.
Probably not. Are we the SWAT team doing hostage rescue? Probably not. We're probably doing a deliberate clear of our home, right? Which means I'm going to take this very slow and precise, okay? Because there's no reason for me. This is what we used to do. I'm sure Rob can attest. Back in the day, CQB was everybody rush in the fucking room as fast as possible and get shot in the face, right? By the machine gunner at the end of the fucking hallway in Fallujah. We learned in Fallujah.
John Horgan.
We learned in Fallujah a lot of fucking lessons about CQB. Biggest ones of maybe not have Marines just run into the room, right? It doesn't work out that great. So this is sort of what's evolved over 20 years of CQB and how we actually handle the threshold. So whether I approach the door from the left or the right, I'm always going to approach from the wall, right? I'm never going to just walk up to where somebody inside can see me and shoot me, right? So if I'm in a room, I'll always make sure I'm coming from the corner and approaching the threshold this way. Okay, so again, once I hit this point, I like to get my feet correct, right? Boom, I swap my feet, I've got them in the position I want, so that I can, again, as I pie across this, I can stay upright and sort of try to, again, minimize my exposure to my femoral artery as I come across. So once I'm here, right, also proximity to the door, if I can, right? You even saw me start to get drawn into the threshold there, right? That's a very common thing. We want to, if we can, stay offset. Because again, if I'm here, I'm likely to get my gun grabbed. I get pulled in the room. We're in bad situations. So if we can, stay offset. I begin my pie, right? Nice and upright, elbow in, nice and slow. Target, wham, wham. See my target. Still upright. Moving across, wham, wham. Upright, wham, wham. Now, as I come back across, okay, I have cleared how much of this room?
3/4.
Fucking 80%, right? The only thing I haven't seen is my two corners. Okay, so we're gonna get into that in the next drill, but that's just something to think about. When I enter this, if I'm by myself in one-man CQB, that's the most dangerous place, right? Two-man, I got a little bit better protection of that, but we'll get into that later. So for this drill, we just want to work on our footwork, our pie, nice, slow and consistent. Now, let's say, just for example, I'm in my house, right? House, hallways, it's tight space, right? Maybe it's a bedroom, right? And I have a wall right here next to me. We can use this in two separate ways, right? Again, I can be here and I can one-man CQB, shot, 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 or I can be up in retention as I come across. Shot, 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 shot. Not ideal, right? To be in the threshold, not ready to fire. But I might not have a choice if this is how much space I have to operate with, right? But I don't want to be like this as I pie the door, because if I'm this close, my gun's probably actually all the way in. So anyone inside can actually even see my barrel, right? So this is a good way to be. Also, well, I really like low compress, one-man CQB, right? I'm here, shot, 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 shot. I can point shoot from low compress if I have to from 3 meters, 5 meters easily and still hit my target, right? So, but for this drill, we're gonna assume that we have room off the threshold. We're gonna start from our left, right? Coming up, nice and upright, nice and slow. When I see my target, I stop, I engage my shots, make sure he's down, continue around. Wham, wham, so. However, this is the most likely thing you're actually going to use in your home, potentially to kill a home invader, right? You've got a lot of rooms, doorways, and whatnot in your house. That's why I teach it as part of the urban combat or urban gunfighter, because it's so important. So the next part is, yeah, it's great that we have the safe ability to pie and clear the inside of the room, but we still have to fucking go inside of that room, okay? So that's going to be step 2. How do I actually enter the threshold? What do I do once I'm inside the threshold? That's what we're going to work next, okay? So much like what we were just doing, we're going to do the same thing with the drill, as you're going to pie across, right? Take your shots, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, what I want to do, right? Let me back up just a sec. As I move up to this side of the threshold, I want to really see if I can bury all the way into that corner, right? Let me get 95% of this right corner, like to where if you're an enemy, you're literally buried in the corner. That's the only way I can't see you, right? I'm really clearing, okay? Now I move my pie across. So done my pie across. It's a little bit faster than normal, right? I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, right? I'm gonna bury, right? So now I have like 3% on each side of this whole room that I haven't seen inside. So I know if there's someone inside this room left, I haven't already killed, they are here or here, okay? Well, in this case, I've already cleared all the way across to here. The best thing for me to do here is to enter the door going that way, right? It doesn't make sense because I'm already, so you can see my angle, I'm already seeing deep into this corner. I can get into the room and get the rest of the corner rather than trying to come all the way here and come all the way around like that, right? Economy of motion. So if I clear from left to right, I want to enter the room to the left.
Because you're right-handed?
No, just in general, right? So again, let me show you. So this is what it'll look like. So I've cleared this corner, I've come across, okay? This is if I'm by myself.
Right.
For a buddy, this could be different, but actually it would be the same, most likely. So for me to get into the left corner, right, I have to, from here, this is what I have to do. I have to step in the room and drive my barrel in. For me to get to the right corner from here, I have to do this. Right? A lot less economy of motion. Now,
Would a left-handed person just do it opposite?
Yeah, you could.
Because of that angle?
Left-handed person, I would still enter to the left side, right? Whether I'm right or left, it's still my angle of my body, right? I have to get all the way around this corner to go right. I can step into that corner. Now, again, I have to clear both corners,
Right.
but this is just to get me into the room. So what I like to think about, I've come here, as I move to the threshold, I'm gonna come to retention, right? So as I come to retention, whether I'm going right or left, doesn't matter. I'm going left here. When I step in, I need to basically snap in. So I'm going to step, you guys can't see, right? But I'm gonna step in the threshold, right? It's all gonna be fluid, and I'll demonstrate. As I come up, I'm going to snap into the corner and lean back to my other corner. Because I'm by myself, right? If I have a buddy, when I step in, he's slamming to the right and driving that right corner. I don't have to worry about it. But by myself, I have to get back to the other. So again,